Our approach to business is that first and foremost, we're always going to do the right thing. So when we engage with a client, we're engaging with the idea that we're going to help the client and we're going to do what's right for that client.
I think the advantages are that those who are helping our clients have stood in their shoes before. So they are speaking to the folks as not someone who is just telling someone what they think they should do, but someone who says, I know how to do this, I've done it before, I can help you do it as well.
Our unique approach to physician practice management and the services to support physician practices has become what we call the PivotHealth Way. What do we mean by that? We mean that there is a combination of the approach that we take, the resources that we use, the way we go about doing our business and serving our clients, but also the ultimate objectives that we have as we work with physician practices.
So the PivotHealth Way is, with our collection of very talented people, we see certain people do things better than others. And so by having all of this inside of Pivot Health, we can consolidate all of this knowledge, figure out the best way to articulate these problems, convince the physicians, and solve the problem. But we have to spend the time to sit down and focus on a particular issue and come up with the best way of doing it. Then we have to invest in getting that knowledge out to all of our people to make sure that it gets out to our clients. And that's harder than it sounds.
Well, I think the Pivot Health Way is based in a culture of honesty, integrity, doing the right thing, which coincides with my core values as well. I think it's sometimes difficult to find that environment in certain businesses and industries. It's not always prevalent as it is in Pivot. I think it's very important because although there are not seldom two things that are identical or exactly alike, there are issues that have similar underpinnings. And so to be able to say, we call it best practices is a term that you'll hear. But this is what we did over here in a similar situation, and we can apply it to there.
So good people, first of all. That's the core element of the Pivot Health Way. The second thing is experienced people. Good people who have been there and done it and know what's right and know what's wrong about that aspect of healthcare. And then third is holding people accountable. Our people and those in medical groups that we're helping accountable for the accomplishment of the task to move from point A to point B. So the Pivot Health Way really is finding the best practice, standardizing it, getting the best people, holding everybody accountable, measuring the results. That's it.
For me, I think the biggest advantage I see in the Pivot Health Way is that goal to focus on what's best for the client, for the practice, for the delivery system, whatever that end user is.